Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Absolute Wonder Woman number 6 because I read that as well, and you already know I'm trying to make sure I keep you guys updated with the Wonder Woman stuff. So Wonder Woman issue number 6 takes place right after the events of issue number 5, where she is dragged to hell. So basically she has all her she's in the throne room of the underworld, right? And basically Hades is like, I see, princess, that you have escaped the underworld, and you weren't meant to escape, but I did, is what she said. And he's like, you did, but you must remove all weapons, including your armor, and take everything out of that magic bag. Don't think I don't know anything about what's going on in the bag. Then she tried Hades tried to send one of his minions to retrieve the Nemesis lasso, which is the red lasso. The red lasso, like, has Basilisk blood in it, so it just kind of like shocked or whatever. But I will give credit. Absolute Wonder Woman number 6 is probably the most beautiful comic of all of the Absolute comics, honestly, because we haven't seen because Absolute Wonder Woman 1 through 5 had this okay art style, but finally this beautiful artwork. Even though I really wish it was for the first 5 issues, since we're doing fighting or whatever, but them standing around and trying to one up each other with this beautiful artwork is kind of really cool, because you see how sassy Wonder Woman is, because she's like tit for tat with Hades, and Hades like, oh, so you think you know better than me, and she's mocking him like, no, my lord, I would never. Um, but she explains how she got the lasso, and she climbs up Mount Prometheus to retrieve Prometheus from his binds. The god that is punished by holding up the world. And each time he is also plucked by Zeus, I believe, the birds and whatever. My knowledge of the mythology is kind of loose and lax. I haven't really read mythology in a while now, but don't think I don't pay attention to a lot of myths or whatever. So she takes this magical axe, right, and she cuts herself, and then she tosses it at Prometheus, and she asks for forgiveness while she releases his chains or whatever. And she's asked for a request for Prometheus while asking the birds to not pluck at Prometheus. And she's like, even though I know Zeus told you to, just because it's commanded doesn't mean it's right. And she's like, I apologize, I couldn't do more, Lord Prometheus, but I need your help. And then she was like, what do you need, princess? And she was like, I just need a vial of your blood, because you are the champion of humanity, their greatest ally, and their protector, and and to power a weapon of fire and justice. And he was like, okay, cool. You are, even though she's like, I'm not worthy of such a gift, but I do want your help. Prometheus is like, it's because you are worthy is why I allow it. Strike my finger and take my blood, and also take some of my skin, and it's a blessed offering. And then he's like, Diana, the last gift I give you is also this. So Pegasus, the skeleton horse, rises from the ashes, and that was his gift as well. And she was like, I do also see the future as well, and I know that you'll play a big role in protecting humanity. Um, so Wonder Woman confronts Hades about everything, and she's basically saying like, hey, humans have the potential. The gods are even full of surprises. Even though usually most gods are horrible, sometimes they also have their good side as well. And then he was like, your arrogance is very charming, and just like the lasso of Nemesis you called it, it was made much more than just Prometheus. She was like, he's like, I sense something in it. And then she was like, yes, it's Basculin. And she was like, he's like, you killed the last Basculin. And she was like, of course I did. As a trophy? No, I don't kill for trophy. I used the Basilisk Soul. The Basilisk Soul was soaked in the blood of the innocents. And she's like, of course you're very. He's like, of course you're full of surprises, right? And she goes down to the cave of the last Basculin. She challenges the Basculin, defeats him with her axe, and takes the Basculin's blood. And I guess that's how we are created by it. And he's like, basically, you're just a little witch, aren't you? She was like, well, a witch never let anything goes to waste, a mark of both respect and conservation. And he's like, I'm basically tired of your nonsense. And he's like, well, we'll see how much you have so much to say now that I have your mother. And then we see chained up Cersei, and she's like, mother, how dare you? And he's like, ah, at last, no more smart remarks from that too sharp tongue. We all have weaknesses, princess, and yours was quite easily to pinpoint. And then that's it. So that was really it. It's just basically a conversation of Hades and Wonder Woman going back to back, tit for tat, honestly, and that's really it. I have really no complaints about it because that means that she's probably gonna take on Hades, or she has to do a mission for Hades that requires her to fight to prove something. Honestly, but again, I have no problem with Absolute Wonder Woman. If anything, I say everybody read Absolute Wonder Woman over the main Wonder Woman title, because the main Wonder Woman title is hot trash. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.